What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we're going to get into the truth and the raw reality of dating overseas and why it has become increasingly harder. Now, obviously, what that means for you is you're going to have to become a better version of yourself, because the days are over where you can be a fat slob, barely making ends meet, and going overseas and seeing the amount of success that you used to 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Those days are kaput, and we're going to get into some of the reasons that is in this video. Now, obviously, this does not really relate to P4P, because if you're doing P4P, then obviously some of the parameters of this video change. But for instance, when I first went to Thailand around 10 years ago, there were 80-year-old dudes who were absolutely crushing it, and they weren't doing P4P. It was absolutely wild. Now, was it common? No, not really. Most of them had some sort of arrangement even 10, 15 years ago. But I'm sure you've seen the memes or heard the stories of old, fat, disjointed men having a ton of success in places like Thailand, Philippines, Colombia, Eastern Europe, and those days, frankly, are coming to an end. Now, why is this? This is because of the economic development of many of these countries. The economic development of these countries has made it so that, one, women aren't as desperate, but two, the local competition is going to be much greater than it was before. So this is because they can afford things like cosmetic dentistry, they can afford better clothes, they can afford gym memberships, they can afford haircuts, they can afford the things that makes them look better. And obviously it helps that their bank accounts are bigger than it was before. On top of this, you have a decreased foreigner factor, because many of these women in Eastern Europe, Colombia, Thailand, Philippines have met a foreigner by the time they're like 18 or 19. And so you aren't the apple of their eye anymore. And due to this, it's not going to be so easy anymore. So you're going to need to get yourself in the gym. You need to get your money right. You need to dress well. You need to have social skills if you want to see success overseas. Now, also, if you are in P4P settings, then guess what? The price is continually going up. Now, I personally don't partake in P4P, but I know men who do, and they talk about how the price is going up in Thailand, how the price is going up in Colombia, how the price is going up in Brazil, because of all the foreigners who come there and just throw money around willy-nilly, and that completely distorts the marketplace. And then on top of this, it's just the law of supply and demand. You charge as much as you can without losing all of your customers. And so that is what is occurring. On top of this, you have places like Colombia, which, despite all my issues with Colombia, their economy is rising. And not to get into the politics of it all, but if it continues on that trajectory, then that could distort the marketplace even more. And that's another thing. As time goes on, there's just going to be more foreigners going to these places, especially with the mass exodus of Westerners out of the United States, Canada, Australia, Germany, Switzerland, Western Europe as a whole. And that's just going to increase the local competition even more and decrease your foreigner factor even more as time goes on. That's why the best time to start doing this was 10, 15, 20 years ago. The next best time is now. So you need to do whatever it takes for you to get your money right, get your body right, so that you can take advantage of this opportunity that we have right now. Because frankly, like I talk about in some of my residency videos, it's only going to get harder with time. For instance, Mexican residency used to be super inexpensive, and it still frankly is fairly affordable, but every year the cost increases. The strength of the peso changes, and the amount of money you need to have in the bank or need to be earning increases every single year, which makes it more difficult for many of you. And this is the same as the dating market. As more people go overseas, it's going to increase your competition, It's going to increase your competition. It's going to increase the price of P4P if that's what you're engaging in. And frankly, the shine of us foreigners is just going to continue to wear off. So obviously, if you're watching my videos, you're probably interested in this kind of stuff. So I am warning you now that you want to take the necessary steps right now in order to turn your dream into a reality. Because the reality of the situation is, I'm not sure how much longer it's going to last. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching. I truly appreciate it. Leave your comments down below. It helps with the algorithm. Also hit that like button. Helps with the algorithm. And I will see you guys next time. And as always, peace. Much love.